let's just try to take that one and let's see if the audio isn't shit now, because that's good. My hair is still shit. I hate that. I should have worn a hat or something, or maybe my hoodie. Yeah, it's all right. It's whatever. We'll figure it out. Hopefully this one will work. All right, let's get the microphone as close as possible. That should be fine. There shouldn't be any more static. All right, very good. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, your mic sounds a lot better. Okay, awesome. Anyway, sounds great. Yeah, let's get on with this. So how's everyone been tonight? I've been absolutely fantastic, aside from the minor issue of having my microphone just absolutely bug out on me. I know it's been a long time since I've streamed and done stuff for you guys, and I kind of wanted to do that because later tonight, I believe I'll be shooting that video finally. We were going to shoot that a week ago or so. Good evening. Good evening, Alex. How are you doing, Alex? We were going to shoot the video earlier, but we just didn't have time with the vacation and all the rest of that. It just kind of rolled into itself. And, I wanted to do some retakes on some things, and I wanted to do a rewrite, and I really had a good idea for this one, and I wanted it to go well, and I wanted you guys to really like it. We are going to be kind of returning to some furry content. I will still be doing sociological content and things like that, of course, but I'm going to be doing some more list videos for you guys and some like furry content. I thought you wouldn't live stream at night. Why would you think I wouldn't live stream at night? I usually live stream at night. But yeah, it's just been a whole thing. Just a lot of stuff kind of got in the way because of your schedule. My schedule has kind of changed a bit, but it's all right. As every live stream I've seen so far, he's live streaming tonight. Let's see. Because your schedule that you changed. Yeah, it has changed. Sometimes my schedule changes outside of my own control. For instance, I've had to go back into work occasionally when I didn't really expect to because of situations that were completely outside of my control. But that's okay. Where's that? Got a lot of pop-ups and things on the screen. I don't really need that right now. Yeah, we're not going to go ahead and update yet. We're just going to go ahead and wait on that. Okay, very good. I'm not sure why you're choosing to tell me this, but that's all right. But yes, most of the time I am in charge of my own schedule. That's true. But the vast majority of times that my schedule suddenly changes, it's because of something that is wildly outside of my control. So, things like that are just not something I expect to happen daily or anytime, really. Let's see. But yeah, so how's everyone been? Has everyone been okay? For the most part? Because talk to you in a minute. I'm working on a project. I'll check in. Okay. All right. Sounds good. But yes. So we will be returning to some more furry content. I've wanted to do some list videos for a little bit now, and it's something that people seem to really like. At the very least, my interactions are really good with them. So we're going to just continue with that. One question, one stupid. I feel like I'm crazy. Okay, well, go ahead. Go ahead with the question. Whatever it happens to be, I'm usually happy to, you know, answer whatever question I possibly can, especially considering that we're not, we don't have a whole lot of people joining in, so that's all right. You know, midnight streams are what they are. They're hit or miss. And it's Thursday. I mean, people are probably in bed and they just really don't have time for this. But I wanted to put something out there before going directly into my content. When you brought your when you bought your home, you thought of checking of ghost in your home when you bought it? Not really. I never really thought for checking for like disembodied spirits and echoes of the past that refuse to let go of this mortal coil. I've never really thought about doing any of those things. Not really my thing. I don't really believe in ghosts. Like, I'm willing to be convinced, but I don't believe in them. Like, I don't think that there's any evidence that suggests there are in fact ghosts. It's just not. There's at least nothing that has could stand like a rigorous test. But that's just my opinion on that. More or less.
Haunted remote.
I can see your hand. It's not remotely a thing. Sorry, I mean, like, someone may have lived in your home before you bought it. Yeah, someone did live in my home before I bought it. And they moved out. They apparently had lived there for a long time, had 3 daughters. I think 3, maybe 2. I don't know, maybe 3. And then that was it. They moved out. You don't live in the walls, Scoop, at all. Like, you don't even know where I live, and I wouldn't be dumb enough to tell you. Sorry, like a serial killer hiding in your home.
There's no one in these walls.
There's literally no one here. Not at all. But, like, I have thoroughly investigated if someone. I've thoroughly investigated if someone was living here without my knowledge. Either myself, my girlfriend, or my roommates would have figured that out by this point. I've had several roommates, and we've had cases to investigate every square inch of this house. There are no hiding places that I have not been in. So, can you prove in not scientific? He has a ghost and doesn't want to admit it. No, I don't. I don't have any ghosts in here. There's no ghosts. There's no ghosts, no serial killers, no no vagrants, no vagabonds. Yeah, that I have roommates, and that's about it. But if there is one, it's probably good to know that all of us are armed, and that wouldn't go nearly the way you think it would. I know that a lot of people in the furry community are not exactly avid supporters of 2A, but I definitely am. Where you live, is it cheap? Don't want to know your address, just wondering. I mean, it's about national average, more or less. give or take. But Spyn, Awoo, or Uwoo.
Do you prefer an oh
whoa, Uwoo. Neither really, if I can avoid it. RPGs at Walmart, 2024, maybe. Anything that the government has, the citizenry should have access to. Just to keep things a fair fight. But I doubt any of that will actually happen. Are you mechanical engineer? If so, you could build traps like Jigsaw. I'm not a mechanical engineer, no. But you don't really have to be sophisticatedly mechanically inclined to build things like that. I'm announcing my candidacy. No, you're not. You're not old enough to run for anything.
Downvote.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I suppose you could. I suppose you could do those things. But honestly, why would I bother with that? I carry a firearm, and that's more than mechanically inclined enough. I have no desire to torture people. I only have a desire to defend myself from other people, which are the only real dangers in the dark. As far as I understand it, there are no demons, there are no ghosts, there are no goblins, none of those things. The scariest things in the dark are the people. People are crazy. No, I mean build trap to defend yourself. Well, that's the thing, is if I build the trap in my house, then I have to skirt around it, and I have to make everyone aware that trap exists so that they can skirt around it. And we also have cats. It's hard to explain to cats that that's a trap. So I'm going to have to go ahead and hard pass. I'll keep my gun. It's fine. Good afternoon. Well, good afternoon to you as well. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. I got a cat. Well, that's good, Scoop. No, it's no problem, Alex. I'm just happy to explain why I do the things I do. It's not really an issue or anything that I would worry about in any real regard. I just go for the things that make the most sense. Bit of a headache, but other than that, I'm good. Well, that's great to hear. I hope your headache gets better real soon. She loves me the most. That's good, Scoop. Someone should love you. I'm glad it's your cat. I don't even know what to do with Scoop. Like, I could put him in timeout, but he'll just get out again. But anyway, let's see. Yes. So, good news for us. Hold on one second. Alex, it like me saying I'm watching survival YouTube and got to do long-term survival. Yeah, I suppose so. You could technically learn enough, and so long as you practiced it, I feel like you could probably do some of the things. Now, would you want to really, really risk your life on something that wasn't tested? Yeah, that's all right. Dude, I'm the weirdest person in your chat. Dude, just wait around a bit. Trust me.
I believe I have filled that position already.
Yeah, you got some heavy competition, man. Heavy competition. Let alone in my Discord. So we have some good news. Ink and I both actually got our vaccines, or at least the first part of the Pfizer vaccines. We were lucky enough to be able to be put on a wait list, and nobody else came in. They'd already opened the bottle and they asked us if we wanted it. So I immediately was like, yes, of course, I want that one. But what about the microchips? If you think there are microchips in the vaccine, then you have no idea how microchips work.
It's cool, Scoop. We got the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth upgrade.
Yeah, it's totally great. Can check in with Google now anytime just by tapping my left arm here. It's great. It's good stuff. It's nice to be plugged into the network and being told what to think. Or whatever it is. People are crazy. I despise vaccine. It caused problem.
What are you talking about?
What problems does it cause? Tony, Spyn and Ink are a great couple. Thank you so much, Tony. That's nice of you, Tony. But what problems do you believe the vaccine causes? Okay, you say you're not sure. So you hate something, you're not sure what they Alex, are you high by chance? If you're not sure what it is, they cause autism.
Shut up.
No, they do not.
You're trolling, man.
You're trolling, dude. You're trolling. Nice, Alex, but no. No.
Alex, I'm gonna put you in timeout.
Yeah, he's just being crazy. Alex is just being crazy. So anyway, I think he's just trying to prove that he's the craziest person in the chat. It's just like they cause autism, and also like it flattens the earth out more.
No. Alex, you have to be crazy, not stupid.
Yeah, crazy and stupid are a fine line. Let's see. Vaccines don't cause autism. I cause autism. Yes, I feel like you do. In large doses. The science isn't in yet, but I'm willing to throw in a lot. But yeah, so we have our vaccines, or at least the first one. We go back next month to get our next shot, and then we are free and clear to travel. And if there are conventions open that require you to have a vaccine, then we will have one and we will be able to go. We are very, very lucky to get the vaccine. And this might be a bit of a shot, but we didn't have to lie on our application to get the vaccine. We told them absolutely everything. We told them we are not qualified. We don't meet any of the criteria, none of that stuff, and we still got our vaccine. So you don't have to lie to get your vaccine. Just saying. No real reason to do that. You can go on a wait list. I don't think vaccine has come to Australia yet, but I could be wrong. Been keeping too busy. I don't know anything about Australia and its vaccination policy. I believe that most places do have the vaccine available. It might not be available to every age group. I know as of today, or sometime today, I believe Tennessee has opened up vaccinations for anyone 16 or over, or at least that's what my friends have told me. I heard Dr. Fauci said something like, it still doesn't protect you from COVID. Okay, so this is how vaccines work. It doesn't protect you from getting COVID. It protects you from falling ill because of it. See, the thing about vaccines is like they create antibodies in your body. Seems simple enough, and you can still contract that thing. But then, if you contract it, it's not a huge deal because nothing happens, or very minor things happen. It's kind of like why people that get a flu vaccine still occasionally get the flu, but it's very, very mild. That's sort of, But that's basically it. Um, but that is exactly how that is. Just so you know, the more you know. Anyway, so because of this, hopefully we will be able to go to some conventions if conventions are open, especially if conventions are open to people that are vaccinated, because I will have my little card that says I did the thing. I believe there's a couple. Did you say BLFC was opening up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, BLFC says they're still opening up, so we might do that one. I haven't done BLFC. That might be fun just to go do a convention. A lot of people say it's still too early, but if people are getting vaccinated, especially people in the age demographic that are likely to be at the convention, then I really see no problem with that. So long as everyone is able to get it, and because it's free and it seems to be opening up to a lot younger audience, then I see no reason not to go if there's stuff there that might be good. Oh no, I will be isolated from people. That's unfortunate. Um, I would like to be able to go to conventions again, provided they are safe. Basically, we're all kind of collectively waiting to see what like uh, the first few conventions do and how they do it to provide as safe of an environment as possible. But it should be fine, especially if you are vaccinated. There's really no reason not to be, at least not at this point. But yes. Anyway, so we will be trying to go to conventions if and when they open up, provided we have the time and financial ability to go to those conventions. We will. We'll definitely tell you guys ahead of time in case you guys are also going to those conventions and you would like to meet us there and say hi or whatever. I will definitely be doing that thing. Also, we have some preliminary design changes for Spyn, and his new stuff will be coming down the pipe later this year, I believe. Once we have everything finalized, I'll be letting you guys know what the new look for Spyn is, and how we're going to be approaching content from now on, which seems to be pretty similar to what I've been doing. So there's no huge changes, except we're going to be focusing a little bit more on furry content and giving you guys the things that you kind of want while still being true to the type of channel that I want it to be. Oops, I keep forgetting this is a live stream and pause it. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's funny you don't know what we look like in person. No, that's perfectly okay. Just in general, some people come up to me and they say hi and whatever. Some people know me, some people don't. I don't have a particularly huge following. It's not like I have anything close to the numbers that Majira has, or any of the other ones, or Beta, or anyone like that. Spyn, am I your favorite? You're definitely a person, Scoop. So that's good. I definitely know who you are, whether you believe that to be a good thing or a bad thing. It is a thing. That's where we're at with it. So, yes. But anyway, guys, right now I'm just gonna kind of open things up to questions and things. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, worries, that kind of thing, go ahead and ask me, and I will do my level best to answer you to the best of my ability. That said, there's plenty of things to go on, and I don't plan on ending the stream anytime soon. Spyn, when we meet, I'm gonna wear a cowboy hat and in a Arizona Ranger badge. Why? Hi. So I mean, I guess you could, and at the very least, I'll know it's you, and we'll know which area to stay away from. So that's good. But yeah, but if you guys have any actual questions or whatever, I planned on just kind of rambling. Have you ever heard Big Iron? No, I have not. But the last time I took a recommendation from you, no.
I heard Joe was selling some of that.
Yeah. Got a big iron on his hip. Oh, that kind of thing. I see. Yes, I have heard that. And hello, Connor. I feel like some Batman. I guess you never heard Big Iron. Yeah, I've heard it. I just didn't know that that's what it was called. But you know,
Look at his cat.
yes, the cat is very cute. Yes, so that's pretty much it as far as like what I had to really discuss. I can go into some detail on some other things. But if you guys have anything you want me to talk about, now's a great time. Like any issue that's come up, anything you want me to share an opinion on or whatever, I'm happy to do that. To to one extent or another.
You can show them my fursuit hat I got back.
Yeah. Nope, I got nothing. Not very useful, Alex. It's not good. It's not good. Is ink part of MI5? I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
If she is, she's very deep cover. I doubt very much she's part of MI5.
What is MI5?
It's a like Secret Service sort of agency kind of thing. It's English in nature. In I suppose in London. Am I MI5? If I was, I don't believe that I would tell you. You have to tell me if you are. No, I don't. I don't have to tell you if I'm anything. Do you think the common use canine persona are linked to werewolf movies? Do I think that they caused? Do I think that they caused werewolf movies, or rather that they were caused by werewolf movies? Possibly. Thanks for telling Try Hack Me site. That was fun. Fantastic. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Just give me a second. I'm gonna grab something to drink. I'll be right back. Grab my bottle of water here. Sugan.
I ain't answering that.
I don't know what those are.
Sugandis.
Oh.
You have to say it out loud.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
I tried to get it with Joe.
Werewolves or Sonic or Looney Tunes, etc. Yeah. Yeah.
See?
Yeah. That's
how do I am a part of Joe.
Oh yeah? Yeah.
Joe Mama!
Yeah, got him.
Got him.
Well.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah. God. But yeah. So what else has been going on?
Show my suit. You guys want to see my first suit? I got my first ever fursuit that I ever bought back recently. It's a Wolflink suit.
You should show them if you're gonna show
Just show him the head.
them. I guess we could do that.
I'm totally with the cat. I can't move.
Oh,
It's
I see.
illegal.
I see. So this apparently was Ink's first ever suit that she got. This is a Wolf Link suit.
He needs to be brushed, but
yeah, it definitely needs to be brushed. But we just got him in like what, a couple days ago.
yeah.
Yeah, so like he's not been brushed out or anything, so he looks a little shaggy. But yeah.
So if you see this suit, it's me. Catch me at anime conventions.
Yes. This little thing. It'll be about this high.
Shut up.
And like doing that.
Hey, you can't do that with that. That's resin.
Oh yeah, that's
You
right.
need to move it back like it was.
Your suit is special and not like the foam based stuff that the rest of us have that just, you know, we can just fling anywhere whenever we want. Let's see.
How easy is the gumball on your state?
It's pretty relaxed. My state is very much pro like 2A. We're very pro 2A. Most vanilla Sona species, versus exotic. The most vanilla species, like the most absolute vanilla species that you could have, is probably like a blue wolf for Sona. That would be it, because that's what mine is, and that's like the most like baseline basic bitch like thing that you could have is a blue like canine persona
with white accents.
With white accents like that boy over there, which you can't really see, but you guys know what he looks like. But yes, that would be the most basic one you could get. The most exotic, we don't
know what's a really fun species? It's a closed species, but it's one that Kid Kudos does.
Oh, see.
They're called cats, but it's like CCCATS. Cats.
Okay. What's so special about them?
It's, I don't know, it's like it's a closed species, and the lore and everything behind these species are just so freaking cool. And the designers that Kid brings on, and then even Kid's designs that they make with these are just really cool.
I mean, those are great. The things is like the most like exotic things that we like almost never see. What's the most exotic thing that we like almost never see but still really see? Cats?
Yeah, that's close species.
Yeah, but close species are kind of cheating though.
They're not.
Yes, they are, and I don't really necessarily agree with closed species anyway.
Why not?
I don't agree with like, you know, basically like, oh, this is my thing and you have to do it exactly my way.
But it is their thing.
It is their thing, but if someone makes something, it's just like, what are you gonna do? Make them destroy their fursuit?
Don't make it. Well, and this one's not like a wolf with dragon wings and a tail, and I'm gonna call it a wolf drone.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not that. There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of really good designs to it. It was the first one like this that I ever saw. So
I gotta stop watching horror movies. I feel like I belong in Crazy Town or okay. So yeah, like, you know, closed species would obviously be very exotic, but if you're not talking about something that like you have to bend over backwards to sit outside the monastery and hope the creator takes pity upon you and allows you to create one, or you pay them enough money, which is more than likely what this is about. Aside from that, I think the most exotic thing I could think of that's not like a closed species would probably be like fish. Like we
fish
almost
are pretty common.
Like I almost never see fish.
Fish are really common.
Like no, I mean like as a fursuit.
Oh no, are we talking about fursuits or
I
just species?
I was talking about like
Oh,
as,
he was talking about species.
I guess he was talking about species, but I was thinking like what I actually see get made.
Hmm.
Like because I almost never see like fish stuff get made.
I would say insects.
Insects are also really rare. I almost never see those get made either.
There's that one little cute bee suit though.
Yeah,
I want to hug them.
they almost never get made, and it's sad because people are like, oh, but I want Fox something. Uh, quickly show me to the fuck boy aisle. It's just, but
Is that why your first one was a fox?
yes. That's why Spin 2.0 is even more fuckboy than ever. But yeah, it's been great. Your scoop is Dutch Angel Dragon. Okay, well, those are pretty common now. They weren't for a while because only a few people made them.
No. You read it wrong. It's a Dutch angle dragon. It's different.
Angle Dragon. Which angle?
The Dutch angle.
Is it
it's a Dutch angle, so it's
is it acute or obtuse?
It's Dutch. You just take it. You take your flat plane and then you tilt it, and that's called Dutch.
No, is it Dutch?
Yeah, Dutch angle is actually a thing in animation. It's supposed to add suspense.
Oh, I see. 90 degrees. Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, kind of in its way. Just it would just be an angel dragon, but just slightly tilted always. Mm-hmm. Closed species, by the way. I see.
How much are your closed species?
Yeah, how much are they?
$1,000 to get one.
Yeah, because most closed species people are just like, this is my special tiger. He's got red stripes instead of regular stripes. He's called a miger.
I only have 398. Is that okay?
Yeah. That's why I don't. I mean, you can profit off of anything, and free market is king and should be held in the highest regard, in my personal opinion. But it just seems so ridiculous.
Guess what?
It seems so ridiculous.
I'm part of the Dutch Angle Dragon crew.
Are you going to give Scoop money?
No, I'm not going to go Scoop money.
That's fair.
I'm going to pay him an exposure.
I also accept friendship. Oof. You just free market is trash. Free market is great. Communism is trash. People that promote communism generally are people that are just like generally don't fully understand what communism looks like from the other side. You can talk to anyone who's actually in a communistic country, and they are so happy to be away from that place because communistic countries tend to censor speech, and have internment camps for people they don't like. Free market from the people who brought you bottled water. Communism from the people that brought you not clean water. And it's the same thing. It's just, communism makes you a slave to the state. Free market makes you a slave to the market. Just depends on who you'd rather go with. Unlike the countries in Central America. It's just, for the most part, our water is clean, save for Flint, Michigan, which I do not know how that's not been cleaned up. Those dictatorships are totally not a result of capitalism. I didn't know that we had dictatorships.
Is the other cat in here?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I wasn't aware that was a type of ship. What type of is it in charge of other ships? The dictatorship? Scoop broke up dictator and ship into 2 words. It's very funny. Very happy with that. I don't care. I liked it. Yep. The banana companies paid to overthrow the government. That's the thing, though. It's just like, are you talking about Fidel Castro and the Bay of Pigs invasion and all of the other things that sort of happened? Communism just has not worked in any country. Just it does not function without a free market. The banana companies paid to overthrow the government. I mean, that's possible. I would have to actually look that up to be well versed into all things related to banana companies and communism.
I want some bananas.
We don't have any bananas.
No.
We didn't order any. Could communists exist in the ground? Nope. The Dole Food Company paid a militia to overthrow the government. Oof. Bananas are serious business. But we don't have actual bananas anymore. Like the actual bananas that originally grew. I think those bananas don't exist anymore. Like no one has ever tasted like, at least I don't think anyone alive still has tasted real bananas. Not in a long time, at the very least. Because I think they died off and then were replaced with what we have now, which is a much hardier species, but doesn't have the same taste. Supposedly that taste is most reminiscent to when you get banana candy and that kind of weird, like very intense flavor. That's a thing that apparently exists, which is neat. But in any case, you want communism? Go to kibbutz. I think everything there besides cell phones are communal property. Oh, that sounds kind of terrible. I wouldn't want my neighbor to just be able to walk over, grab my car, and drive off to work. Or our car, comrade. Yeah. Does Spyn have vertigo? No, not really. I don't get vertigo. I'm not just a terrific fan of heights, but I don't get vertigo. Right on, but you're not in the Golan Heights of Israel. No, I'm definitely not. In different places exist with different rule sets and things like that. But if you took Golan Heights and and if you gave them the same amount of resources necessary, that would probably end up dying, and it'd be replaced with free market pretty quickly. I would wager. I'd be willing to put money on it. For the most part. But you are correct. I do not live there, and with things like that, there's a lot of culture there that may explain that. Let's see. Never said I wanted communism, but the free market will always result in corporations growing into places too much power. I do agree that corporations have too much power. Seems to work for them. They have many guns. I imagine that they do. I'm not well versed in the area, so I can't countermand your arguments on those things because I just do not have the necessary knowledge to speak from an educated place, and I can only go off of supposition, and supposition doesn't have any basis in reality or fact, and because it doesn't have any basis in reality or fact, I have to dismiss it. That's okay. I'm your local white Jew. Well, I mean, at the very least, you would know. Um, imagine being Spyn. This post was made by not Spyn Gang. Yes, imagine being me, or don't rather. In fact, don't even perceive me. Um, but let's see. Yes. It's an interesting thing. I do love sociology and learning about different cultures. So it's interesting to have that. Have you ever built not a PC but like a car? Just wondering. Um, I have worked on vehicles before. Mostly worked on sport bikes though. So that's where my area is. That's where I'm more comfortable. Um, you know, doing rewiring stuff and making stuff hopefully work the way you want it to without causing too much of a problem for everyone else, mostly yourself. But yeah, I mean, like I'd like to. I'd really like to have a project car. That'd be pretty cool. Like I don't know, let's say an RX-7 or, of course, like R34 GTR would be great, but like they're very expensive. Um, that one would be good. I'm really interested. Have you ever seen Beastars? Yes, I have. I'm really interested in going going out and looking at some of the newer sports cars that are coming out. 68 Impala. Not really my speed, but I can respect the rich time that you might put into something like that. No, I don't know. But yeah, something like that would be great. I'd love to build something like that. That'd be amazing. Because I really like sports cars a lot. Like sports cars and sports bikes and guns. Could you do a review on Beastars? I would be interested in your thoughts. Like right now, like just impromptu, a review of Beastars. I I guess I could if that's what you want. That's closed. Genius. But yeah. But sure, if you're like useless no wait. Sure, if you'd like, unless you want to do a dedicated video. I mean, I guess I could do a dedicated video to that, but I could give you my general thoughts on Beastars. I think it's a pretty good anime. I think um it showcases a lot of interesting reactions and some racism and some other things like that. Jasmine, the Stardustin, I hope I'm saying that right. Howdy doody, my beautiful, breathtaking vessel. What's what do you got going on? I found you on my recommendations tab. Not a whole lot. We're just talking about a bunch of just different crap going on in some things going on in the furry fandom, some things going on in real life, some things going on with anime, some just a little bit of everything. But most of all, we are happy to discuss whatever it is that you want to discuss. You want to discuss China? We could discuss China. It would just mean that I wouldn't get to go to China. because if they ever saw it and I said something wrong about it, then I would be arrested in China. They're trying to get to the point where they can arrest people, already. Dota 2 anime is out. I did not know that. Let's discuss China. I guess we could. Let's go to China. We could go to China, but we would probably get into some trouble for having said negative things about the Chinese government. And just saying things like, maybe re-education camps are not the best idea. Generally speaking, actively bringing back things like concentration camps are not good. The UK is basically going to a dictatorship. They've outlawed annoying protest. Oh yeah, I saw that. That was dangerous. Outlawing protests that you don't like because someone might take offense to it. That's the whole point of a protest, is if you're in close proximity to the person or entity like government or business that would be offended by your protest, then you're in the right place. Nah, man, they don't allow your stream there. No, I bet they don't. The internet there is very restricted. Connor, AR or AK platform? Both platforms. AK is neither best nor worst. It is a different platform. Am I a Queen fan? I do like some Queen. I do believe that Freddie was an amazing singer. It was very tragic what happened to him, but he, I believe that Freddie left the world a better place than he found it. I took no, you did not. That's gross. Also, you're too young to own one for another, unless your family owns one, in which case, why are you doing that to your family's AK? I watched a video today of hundreds of is that, I'm having a hard time pronouncing that.
What?
Hundreds of prisoners. I don't know. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Loaded into a train, one officer per 2 inmates. That sounds terrifying. And I respect that. Good. I liked Queen to a certain degree. I obviously, did not ever get to see, Queen in concert or anything like that. I do remember liking their music though. The Muslim society in China. I didn't know that there was a Muslim society in China. They're being put into concentration camps. That's terrifying. I don't the Uyghur. I don't know about that. I feel like I feel like I'm mispronouncing something there. I probably am. But yeah, that is absolutely terrifying. And it definitely, there is no excuse for bringing back any type of thing that resembles concentration camps. None. There's not a good reason for it. Let's see. What firearm do you want to own? What firearm do you want to own? Mine is an MP7. God, there's a lot. Reasonably attainable or just anything at all? Because with enough work, you could own pretty much anything, provided you're willing to pay enough money. Um, let's see. You missed Scoop already. Me too, to a certain degree. And now it's gone. Let's see. Anything at all. I guess if I could have like one gun, like free and clear, it would probably be a Shytech Intervention. I really like that platform. I think it's really cool. Plus it comes with a ballistics computer to calculate the Coriolis effect for you, which is nice if you're willing to shoot 1.5 miles, 2 miles. Sorry, I wanted to share my view on China. No, that's fine. I'm willing to talk about whatever, just in general. I think that concentration camps are obviously wrong, and that's just what it is. Have you seen the Queen biopic film? It isn't really historically accurate in some parts, but it's a great way to start off on the Queen train. Yes, I have. I have seen that. It was pretty heart wrenching at some points, but it was a good one. I enjoyed that one. I think it was good, in my opinion. Oh man, lots of fun. Yeah. Okay. But anyway. So yes. I did like Queen quite a bit. So let's, I guess, discuss. Well, I know I have a few minutes left. I do. Hard round to get a hold of, though. Would have to hand load, which is fine. If you're going to shoot a Shytech, you're gonna want to hand load anyway. I have a 300 300 rum RUM. $80 for 20 rounds makes me both smile and cry every time I pull the trigger. That's pretty good. Let's see. So so here's something we can talk about pretty quickly. Oh, yet another random question. How familiar are you with Elton John? Not very familiar with Elton John whatsoever. I mean, I didn't dislike Elton John, but I'm not really an Elton John fan, I guess, if that makes sense. I think he was immensely talented. What are we talking about? Apparently, we're talking about music. I can talk about this man for hours on end. Well, that's good. I'm glad you like someone like that. So what I was going to do is for the last little bit of my streams, because I think I'm probably going to call it. We're not really having a whole lot of people in, like 5 people it's nice, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do our last questions for the night, and I'm probably going to end the stream early-ish. If it gets good reception, then I usually keep it going for 2 hours, but if not, then I go ahead and end it at an hour, because I feel like it's better to end it if there's not like enough momentum to keep it going. Oh, I didn't know Elton John's birthday was today. That's neat. All right. So the last 5 minutes, I usually turn it open to any question at all that you want to ask to me whatsoever. You're welcome to ask whatever it is. I don't really care what it is. But for the last 5 minutes, the floor is effectively yours starting now. So go ahead and go. Any question you want to ask me, no matter what it is, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Promise. Moz probably. For cool factor, paws are cute, but moths are cool. Moths are definitely cooler. But that's, Are you mostly go to the gym? I try to make it to the gym as much as I can. I might actually go right after this, to be honest. Go run for a bit. That'd probably be good. I need to run. I need to run more. I really like cake, and the only cure for cake is running. And a good diet, like a really good diet. But yeah, probably going to go to the gym after, maybe. Depending. Okay, we got 4.5 minutes left. Anything you want from a Q&A, now's a great time, because I'm happy to answer anything. How would Spyn fit into the Beastars universe? I think probably okay. I feel like there's a lot to be said for the Beastars universe, just in general, because it fits in so many different archetypes. So pretty much anyone would fit into that. Anyone's persona would fit into the Beastars universe, because everyone seems to have their own ideology and their own feelings and emotions on things, and I feel like that's the most important thing, really. Dude, I have diet. Oh, okay, cool. Me too. I also have a diet. What do you think about the possibility of stars being made of Higgs matter? Well, not being a astrophysicist, I could not really tell you my feelings on that. Although any scientific development, I feel like gets us closer to fully understanding how our universe works, which means it's closer, one step closer for us to be able to even further master the world around us and the stars beyond that. The news, what's going on in the fandom. What news this time? Because there's lots of news. There's lots of news. Like, there's always something going on. I would have to have a little bit more than that. We have about 1 minute and 20 seconds left, more or less. Depending. I'm empty on my water bottle, which is sad. I guess it's got like a little bit left. Could have that. And now it's dead. All right. So, your dog Kiro posted a new YouTube video, like right now, like just now, or like was that a couple days ago? Because I've watched the like his new stuff. The recent one, you were this a sensitive topic. Weeks ago. Kiro. Yeah, I know about all of that stuff. It is a pretty sensitive topic for some people. Like, yeah, I've watched his videos. I've watched his new stuff. I know about that. I have my particular thoughts and opinions on it. Oof, never mind. Maybe at a party. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not really convinced. Um. Um. Yeah. The problem is with this, and it's something that I intend on probably talking about, is that my issue with this is that all we have to go on is his word that there is evidence, and that Boozy Badger said this is like, just because no charges were filed does not mean anything other than it might not have been illegal in the state. What would be necessary is like the police reports being released to the public. Like, if I had that information, I would plaster it absolutely everywhere. If that was me and I was coming back to do a giant "I told you so, I told you I was innocent" kind of thing, I would release absolutely everything that showcased all of this stuff. But none of that's being done, and um, it's been a while now. And his most recent video that I saw suggested that he was in fact leaving YouTube, and because of that, um, uh, that's the issue I'm having right now, is that it is not something that he's suggesting that the FBI has the back end data from Telegram that proves that those chats were completely faked, with which you could fake it in HTML. Now, could you fake that in HTML? Absolutely. You could definitely fake that in HTML. You could go in and you could edit a bunch of things using an editor. That would be super easy to do, and you could totally do that. The problem is that if that data is in his possession and he knows he's got that, and you don't release it, then it makes it worse, not better. Um, why wouldn't Kiro bring up a slander lawsuit though? Grasping at straws. I get you. Yeah, the problem is it's a problematic thing. If you have evidence and you're unwilling to release it, there's like about 3 reasons that you could not release that. As far as I've been able to determine, and I've had some time to think on it. The 3 reasons that I can come up with is that you no longer care because you know that it doesn't matter, and that you most likely wouldn't be believed anyway, no matter what evidence you gave. The 3rd reason is that it's for some reason unnaturally hard for you to get a hold of the evidence, therefore you cannot release it because you don't have it for some reason, even though you definitely should, especially if this information was being communicated back and forth with your legal team, which it definitely should have been. So any findings and things like that should, I believe, be available to you. And the 3rd reason, and the most likely, is that there's some shit that they found that they couldn't charge him for, but he definitely doesn't want anyone to see. Those are your 3. Those are your 3 that I can determine. And I don't know that that's the whole truth, but when you start looking at it from this point of view, and I had not intended on talking about Kiro in the stream, I suppose if I wanted just a ton of views, I could make a video on it, and I may do just that, because there's some stuff that he says that countermands himself, and I don't understand that. I really don't. But it's just like the only way. It's just like, now if you had the logs, the back end data from Telegram, and you showed that and said, look, see, it was never me, and here's the stuff. Okay, cool. The only way you could refute that is to say that one of his friends was one of his friends was willing and able to basically hack into the back end data of Telegram and change it. Not saying that's not possible. I'm just saying that it's doubtful. I could definitely call him out on it, and I have a decent video planned, but I want to do it exactly right. Because I've looked into this, and I want to listen to all the evidence that's out there. Some of that evidence, admittedly, I can't bring myself to look at because it's so disturbing and so awful. And of course, this is evidence that's years old at this point, but I still cannot make myself look at it because it physically revolts me and disgusts me. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is just like when I say, like, either he had someone do that for him or not. That would be an argument against data that he could bring forward, is that he had it altered or whatever by someone that was skilled and willing to do a little bit of black hat hacking for him, knowing full well that not only would they be changing this, and depending on the time period, not only would they be changing this and breaking into an organization, which would definitely land you on the wrong side of the law as far as laws against digital breaking and entering is concerned. So that by itself would label you as a cyber criminal, a felon at the very least, I believe, because of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. And then on top of that, if it was during the investigation itself that they hacked it, it would, and provided that was in fact the case, that happened. And this is all huge amounts of supposition based around if he produced those things and if people said this stuff, that the people involved in doing so would also be guilty of obstruction of justice. And that would also land them in the crosshairs. Which would be really awful. Hey, running an Onion server on Google is actually not a federal crime. No, an Onion server is not a federal crime. In fact, the Onion router was developed so that our operatives could send messages, clandestine messages with enough noise going on, which is why they released the Onion router in the first place, to the general public. Gotta check my Bitcoin, man. Yeah, I understand, dude. You gotta get behind that. Get behind that proxy, man. Get behind that proxy. Bounce that signal. He left the YouTube. His channel is still up, but he did. He's apparently planning on doing something else, and I don't know what that is. But I have every intention of doing a video on it because there's a lot of stuff that was said. And there's a lot of stuff that he said in his video. There's a lot of stuff that he said that does not add up, does not check out, is not reasonable. And I feel like I could do. I don't normally do drama. I really do not. But this is one of those times when this is someone that is using a little bit of chicanery to do this stuff, and I am not convinced with the arguments that are being made. I am not convinced with the lack of evidence that supposedly exists, but for some reason is not being released. I'm not convinced of anything. And I'm sorry, but I cannot take your word for it. I really cannot. You know, there's a lot of stuff I'll have to do in order to do this video, but if that's something you guys are very interested in seeing, then I will definitely do it for you. I'll have to reach out to a lot of people, and I'll have to like effectively probably going to have to burn a lot of favors just to get certain people to talk to me, so that I can do a true like a truly good video for it. Go for it. I'll repatron. You don't have to repatron. You absolutely do not. I am not at all hurting for money, and during this particular period in time, I'd much rather all of you keep your money. If you want to support the channel, great. But if you want me to do a video on that, it's going to be just a little bit, because I'll have to like really, really put some time into this. I'm going to have to go through and watch all of his videos again and break them all down. It'll probably be a bit of a long video. To be honest, it will not be my usual 10 minutes because I want to break it down completely. And this will be a huge undertaking to do this. But if it's something you guys are really interested in and you really think I should do it, then I definitely will, because the only thing that matters is what the truth is. No matter what that truth is, no matter your feelings for this person or against them, it's, are you sure about this, Spyn? Am I sure that I'm willing to go after somebody in the regards of, like, you said some stuff that was highly apocryphal, and your words don't match your actions. Yeah, I'm willing to go after people on that regard when it comes to that, but I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. I'm going to do it as clean and precise as I possibly can. I'm going to go off of what I know, what I can find out, and what we know to be true. And I will do this to the best of my ability for you guys, because that's something you guys want to see. I do not intend on making my channel a drama channel, though. This will not be a drama channel for people, because it's not something that I normally like to do. I like to talk about sociological theories. I like to talk about stuff that's funny. I shouldn't have opened to that. Well, here's the thing, is this was something that I'd already been discussing possibly doing. This is something I've already been discussing with other people, like, about what I should do. And I wanted to give some time to really think about it, which is why I didn't immediately make a video like everybody else did. I didn't immediately make a video for everyone else, because everyone else immediately did their video. But I wanted to take some time. I wanted to watch other people's videos on it, see what their takes were on it. Watching all of that seems great. Fuck drama. It's not about drama. The correct words at the correct time. The pen is mightier than is the mightiest weapon. Yes, absolutely. We aren't a drama channel. We never will be a drama channel. We are about free speech and understanding, and about lifting people up and making people better. That is what our channel is about. That is what I am supposed to represent to all of you, and that's what I want to continue representing to all of you. That's what I am about, at the very least. So, with that said, when it comes to times where you have to legitimately talk about things, because he's talking about cancel culture and all the rest of that, and I have plenty of opinions on cancel culture. I don't like cancel culture in the way that it's being described thereof, and we will go into as much of that as I can. But this will be a bit of a process bringing this out. So, with that said, just give me your patience, and I will give you the video that you guys are looking for, to the best of my ability, and depending on how many people I can get to talk to me, because there's a number of people that I would definitely need to sit down and talk to and get a lot of different sides of things, in that regard. And before you ask, I will not be sitting down and talking with Kiro. He's had every opportunity to speak, and but I will need to know a lot more before I make an informed video that informs other people. Getting into trouble with this, I don't know how I would possibly get into trouble with this. I kind of, well, man, I know a guy with a Great Dane that likes to get fisted, and he does not allow animal abuse in any way. There are furs out there that are his antithesis. Yes, there's plenty of people that are his antithesis. Um, as far as being careful about this, the only way I would really get in huge amounts, um, huge amounts of trouble or something is if I was like actively, um, like basically going out and saying stuff that was like, um, saying stuff that was just blatantly not true, and that you just can't prove. This is a platform for free speech, and I will definitely use it as that. My channel is about reason and logic, and in my opinion, right now, what Kiro is doing is contrary to reason and logic, and I have my opinions why, and I'm willing to go into that. And I'm willing to do an entire video on it, but it's going to be a long fucking video, and it's probably going to require the aid of a number of people to make it happen. But I'm always careful with the way that I do things and the way that I approach things. I'll do this with the immense amount of respect necessary. But if you're expecting me to sit down and have an interview with Kiro, that's not going to happen. I have no interest really in interviewing Kiro. He has said his piece, and he's also said that he is in fact walking away and doesn't want to talk, and doesn't want to do any of those things. He's already said those things. He said them in his last video. So, or as good as said them. Therefore, there is no point in, continuing down that line. And with the fact that he's had weeks to release any new evidence, and he basically has just gone on the just trust me, it's there line of thinking, which in my opinion is just not good enough. If you have the evidence, release it. You've had weeks. You've had more than that. You're not doing it. Which means we go right back to the 3 reasons. and that's bad. So I will do a video on it, and I will put time into it. But again, this channel is about lifting people up and making people better. And you cannot make your community better if you're unwilling to say something when something is wrong. Just my opinion. But anyway, we've gone way over. I'd like to thank you guys so much for joining me on this late night stream. Again, Discord's open. Links in the description down below. Hopefully that works for you guys. If it doesn't, send me a message on Twitter, and I'll definitely put that out there. I'll be getting to work on a number of videos here very shortly for you guys, and hopefully the content will be a little bit more smooth and a little bit more easy. But in general, I want to continue making the types of videos I'm going to make, but this video does seem important. That's why we are going to make this video. So anyway, thank you guys again so much for joining me. As always, you are the reason I'm here. We do have a Minecraft server. Scoop is right. If you join the Discord, Minecraft server is open to people. You'll have to list your name, and you'll have to have a valid account and all the rest of that. And I'll have to add you manually because I'm keeping kind of a tighter noose on that one than some of the other things I've done before. So if that is the case, that's going to be pretty much it for us tonight. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? But like, subscribe, hit the bell, share it with your friends, all of that. Minecraft, can my nephew play? I mean, I guess so. I really, honestly, am fine with whoever wanting to join the server just for fun. It doesn't really have a point, to be honest. I mostly just kind of zip around in creation mode and create weird things for people to find. So, that'll be fun. Maybe I'll start putting stuff in far distant locations for people to find with treasure chests and things in it. Some big thing, that might be fun. Who knows? I won't play Rust anymore. I had a rock. Someone shot me for it. I'm not doing that again. All right. Where is my thing? I need to close this out. All right. That's it, guys. Thank you so much again. And we will see you. You guys stay safe out there. If you can, get the vaccine. Do us all a favor. We'd all like to get back to some semblance of normal, I'm sure. So we'll see you guys. Thanks again. Goodbye. And end.